safer world is possible, and together we can and will make it happen. Thank you.
When you show up in community, you find that group that makes you feel like home, but oftentimes you also find yourself again.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Sussexful. I'm your host, Emma, and before we dive in, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to Sussexful for your daily dose of truth and receipts on all things Harry and Meghan. Now today's video, we've got a lot to unpack. The Derangers are backtracking and issuing so-called apologies to Harry and Meghan. But let's be real. After 8+ years of dehumanizing this couple, there are no genuine apologies here, only manipulation and a desperate attempt to rewrite history. They underestimated the Sussexes, and now they're facing the permanent consequences of that smear campaign. Because let's be clear, the Sussex family has moved on. They are not looking back to appease their abusers. If these people want real closure, then it starts with a full public apology, period. And yes, that includes Kate Middleton, who still owes Meghan an apology for that infamous Meghan made Kate cry lie, when in reality it was Kate who made Meghan cry. That false narrative was part of a plan to sabotage the marriage, but God said no, not today, Satan. Meanwhile, Camilla is getting roasted online after being spotted in that wild dead crow headpiece. Social media did not hold back. And to top it off, the UK media is being clowned for trying to turn Meghan's small typo, writing sandwich instead of sandwich, into a national scandal. The desperation is unreal, especially when the internet quickly reminded them of Kate's viral cue card moment, the one where she struggled to read a 2-sentence speech. You can't make this stuff up, folks. The hypocrisy writes itself. The Derangers' desperate dance, a symphony of fake contrition. The so-called Derangers, those perpetual architects of malicious narratives, have finally found themselves cornered, forced into a performative apology that rings hollower than a politician's campaign promise. Their belated attempt at reconciliation reads like a hostage video, each word dripping with insincerity and calculated manipulation, desperately trying to rewrite 8 years of calculated character assassination against Meghan and Harry. The irony is palpable. These same media outlets and royal-adjacent sycophants who spent years constructing elaborate hit pieces, spreading harmful rumors, and systematically dehumanizing the Sussexes now want to play the victim and pretend their hands are clean. Their apology is less about genuine remorse and more about damage control, a transparent attempt to salvage their rapidly crumbling reputation in an era where digital receipts and public memory don't allow for convenient historical revisionism. The relentless assault, how British media dehumanized the Sussex family. The systematic dehumanization of Meghan and Harry represents a grotesque 8-year smear campaign that has exposed the deeply toxic underbelly of British media and royal reporting, where calculated manipulation and deliberate historical revisionism became weapons to delegitimize their experiences and humanity. The Derangers, a term aptly describing those pathologically obsessed with attacking the couple, have consistently refused to issue genuine apologies, instead doubling down on narratives that paint Meghan and Harry as villains in a carefully constructed media mythology. This sustained assault goes far beyond typical tabloid sensationalism, representing a calculated strategy to undermine their credibility, personal agency, and fundamental right to define their own narrative, all while perpetuating racist and classist undertones that reveal more about the attackers' prejudices than about the Sussex family themselves. What emerges is a stark portrait of institutional cruelty, where media outlets and certain royal adjacents have weaponized public discourse to systematically strip Meghan and Harry of their dignity, transforming them from human beings into convenient caricatures designed to sell newspapers and drive online engagement. The Sussexes stand firm. No apology needed, no turning back. The Sussex family has, definitively turned the page, refusing to entertain performative gestures from those who spent years orchestrating a calculated smear campaign against them. Their strategic retreat from the toxic British media landscape isn't about seeking reconciliation, but about protecting their dignity and their family's well-being. Harry and Meghan have made it abundantly clear that any potential path forward requires a full, unequivocal public apology that acknowledges the profound psychological damage inflicted through years of relentless, racially charged harassment. Not just a tepid statement, but a comprehensive reckoning with the systemic racism and institutional manipulation they endured. Their silence isn't weakness, but a powerful statement. They will not be manipulated into reopening wounds or performing emotional labor for those who sought to destroy them, and any potential redemption must come with genuine accountability and substantive change. The truth behind the tears, Kate's fabricated narrative. In a shocking revelation that just, dismantles years of carefully constructed royal propaganda, it has now become clear that the infamous Who Made Who Cry wedding dress incident was a calculated fabrication orchestrated by Kate Middleton, designed to undermine Meghan Markle's reputation before her marriage to Prince Harry. Contrary to the public narrative meticulously crafted by the British tabloids, Meghan was the actual victim, reduced to tears by Kate's manipulative behavior, a truth that fundamentally challenges the carefully curated image of royal harmony. Kate's involvement extended beyond this isolated incident, with evidence suggesting she was actively participating in a broader strategy to prevent the marriage, leveraging her insider position within the royal family to create obstacles and sow doubt about Meghan's suitability as a royal partner. The divine intervention when heaven blocks malicious schemes. In a celestial moment of poetic justice, God seemingly intervened to halt the nefarious plans targeting the Sussex family, emphatically declaring, "But God said no, Satan," a powerful spiritual rebuke against the calculated attempts to undermine Meghan and Harry's reputation and personal sovereignty. The cosmic pushback suggested that despite years of relentless media persecution, manipulation, and calculated character assassination, a higher power was watching, ready to dismantle the intricate web of lies and malintent that had been spun around this remarkable couple. The statement, "But God said no." Satan resonated as a profound spiritual shield, implying that the divine realm recognized the injustice and chose to stand firmly on the side of truth, protection, and genuine love against the forces of division and destruction. In a desperate bid to maintain their sensationalist narrative, the UK media once again demonstrated their comedic ineptitude by attempting to transform Meghan Markle's innocuous spelling mistake, sandwich instead of sandwich, into a manufactured scandal. This pathetic deflection strategy was transparently designed to divert public attention from the ongoing Prince Andrew debacle, a tactic that spectacularly backfired when netizens swiftly countered by resurrecting Kate's own embarrassing moment of struggling to read a two-sentence speech from cue cards. The hypocrisy was so blatant that even casual observers could see through the transparent attempt to vilify Meghan, revealing yet again the British tabloid ecosystem's relentless and increasingly ridiculous campaign of character assassination. The sustained assault on Meghan and Harry has unleashed irreversible consequences that will echo through British media and royal circles for generations. Every outlet, journalist, and royal insider who participated in the calculated character assassination now finds themselves trapped in a web of their own making, with reputational damage that cannot be easily undone. The Sussex family's strategic retreat and subsequent global success have exposed the machinery of manipulation, demonstrating that underestimating their resilience was a fatal miscalculation. Those who believed they could publicly decimate Meghan and Harry have instead revealed more about their own institutional toxicity, creating a permanent stain on their credibility that, honestly, no amount of revisionist spin can effectively wash away. In a spectacular display of performative contrition, the so-called Derangers have suddenly discovered their long-lost capacity for remorse, issuing a half-baked apology to Harry and Meghan that reads more like a hostage note than genuine reconciliation. Meanwhile, the internet erupted in gleeful mockery over Camilla's fashion faux pas, with her infamous dead crow headpiece becoming the latest target of ruthless online roasting, a sartorial disaster that perfectly symbolizes the archaic posturing of the royal establishment. The timing feels suspiciously convenient, a transparent attempt to rehabilitate their image after years of relentless, dehumanizing attacks that have done more damage to the royal brand than the Sussexes ever could, proving once again that these media vultures are, well, less interested in genuine accountability and more concerned with managing public perception. The Sussex family has demonstrably transcended the toxic narrative that once defined their public persona, strategically choosing progress over perpetual conflict. While the British media and certain royal adjacents continue to manufacture controversy, Harry and Meghan remain resolutely focused on their authentic journey, making it abundantly clear that no performative apology or retrospective manipulation will distract them from their mission of personal healing and meaningful social impact. Their trajectory reveals a profound understanding that genuine accountability cannot be demanded or manufactured, but must emerge organically from those who have caused harm. A threshold, honestly, yet to be meaningfully crossed by their historical detractors.